Walk into any school cafeteria and you'll see it. Different tables, different groups, and different people silently choosing where they belong. I've seen what happens in those groups and in those spaces when someone's left out. That small moment turning into silence, hesitation, and the quiet feeling of being unseen. The moment when someone starts to question where they fit, if they fit at all. But I've also seen the opposite. Something brighter, that one conversation, one invitation, and one choice to include someone can completely change that moment. It turns uncertainty into confidence and isolation into connection. It makes you wonder, if something so simple can change a classroom, what is it that holds something far bigger, like our great nation, together? For 250 years, America has stood through moments of division, through war, uncertainty, and times when unity felt just out of reach. It has faced challenges that have tested not just its strength, but its identity. The question isn't who, what, or when, but how. Some may say it's the laws, the government, the geography, or even shared history. But if you take a closer look, all of those things have one thing in common: the people. What holds a nation together isn't something written on a paper. It's something practiced between people. Unity isn't something we have to declare in a document, but it's something we choose by how we live. Through my work in bullying prevention and advocacy, I've seen what happens when unity is missing. Not just the isolation, but the fear. Students beginning to shrink themselves. They stay quiet when they want to speak. They hesitate to show who they really are. And over time, those small moments begin to shape how they see themselves and how they see the world around them. When unity is chosen, you see something completely different. You see connection, laughter, and confidence. You see students lifting each other up instead of shutting each other out. You see people coming to life. One example that has stayed with me comes from a 12-year-old girl who had experienced bullying consistently since moving to a new school in a new state. She knew what it felt like to be alone, to walk into a space and not know where she belonged. But instead of staying silent, she decided she wanted to change that, not just for herself, but for others. So she spent her free time creating a hand-drawn presentation for her principal. She was nervous, didn't know exactly what to say, but she showed up anyway. Her principal didn't just say yes. He asked questions, and he challenged her to think bigger. And then he gave her the opportunity to leave with it, and she soared. The idea became the first buddy bench at her school. A place where no one had to feel alone. A place that could be used during the times that could feel the most isolating, whether that be lunch or a recess period. This guaranteed inclusion. A place where choosing connection became a little bit easier. I know that story so well because I was that girl. That experience taught me something that I've carried ever since. Unity doesn't just happen, it's created, one choice at a time. And if unity can change one school, imagine what it does for a country. And as a country, we can implement this idea of going from isolation to inclusion. With time and honest effort, we can use this skill with a childlike ease. Once we can see past the differences and offer genuine connections with one another, only then can we build up the people around us, strengthening our nation. And as my generation steps into adulthood, we're not just inheriting America. We're shaping it. The future of our country won't be decided in policies and headlines, but in everyday moments. The way we speak to people who are different from us, and the way we listen when it's easier not to. The way we choose respect, even when we don't agree, because unity is built in the moments, not just the milestones. What holds a nation together isn't found within its borders or laws, it's found within its people. And we, the people, want a stronger tomorrow. And that starts with something simple. Make sure everyone has a seat at your table. Thank you.